Hello, Wojciech Pietrzak here. Soon I will start my ITSL game against Serhei Isaenka. Those of you who have been watching me for a longer time surely remember my memorable match against him in the ladder stage of ITSL, I believe, three seasons ago, which I put on a dedicated playlist. Those of you who are not familiar with this, I recommend you looking through my channel and search for the playlist called Match Against Serhei Isaenka or something like this, and watch it in order to make the suspense growing as it should grow. Now I'm a little late compared to what we were appointed, because I've been waiting for a delivery man. So I guess I'll have to wait for my opponent a little. I only just noticed him on WhatsApp that we are going to play. So here we are. In the meantime, I encourage you to have a look at the links in the description of this video and support me if you can. Subscribe, of course, and share with your mates who may be interested in Twilight Struggle or may be potentially interested in Twilight Struggle, because some people are just scared about how much this game demands in terms of learning new stuff, and maybe watching games as a better idea for them to get familiar with the rules than just simply studying a rule book and trying and checking. The rule book has an example game anyway, so I guess that should be helpful. Also, the default video in my channel is the instructive video where I am playing against the computer in such a way that I'm showing all the mechanics of the game, different kinds of coups, realignment rolls, some DEFCON stuff, the mechanics related to playing own or opposing cards, space race. I guess everything is covered there. I tried to play a game in order to accomplish this, so have a look. Maybe this will bring your friends into the game, into the community. I admire the way the community is growing, thanks to a giant efforts of Tassos Manolopoulos, Luis Rubio, Yuri Gołomako, Ziemowit Pazderski, and numerous others whom I am unable to mention because I don't even know who exactly stands behind Action Round Zero channel, who exactly is the member of ITS Junta, and so on and so forth. And here we go. Standard stuff. After this, I am not going to watch the chat, because in the last match I remember Serhei tricked me into letting off my vigilance, and I played some not so precise moves in the end. Now, Not a very convincing hand as USSR. I think I'm gonna headline Europe scoring because honestly I can't see how Europe ever gets better than probably 0. Oh no, you're going for Marshall? No, that was just a tricky order of influence placement. Now, independent threats can be played quite safely quite late. Oh, defected Europe scoring. I like it. So now, one thing I could do would be to coup with duck and cover immediately in Iran. Another thing I could do would be to coup with independent threats and then wait for him to put one in Malaysia and coup Malaysia with duck and cover. But I have one more idea. I could play independent threats so that I break West Germany and either he takes France or I can take it with duck and cover, after which Defcon drops so he may no longer realign. Of course, he may play things like putting one into France, but that's not a big deal. My goals for the turn: drop Defcon, play duck and cover when it doesn't cost very much, and oh, that's kinda sorta weird that he already gave up this card. I mean, I'm very glad that Truman is no longer in the deck. I know I paid twice, 2 for 1 in West Germany. But now I can even get involved into Ops War in Europe. And it's quite nice to have France taken, even though Europe has already been scored. Containment, the last play. I think I'll hold the Romanians, or maybe special relationship. Of course, if I can't drop Defcon to a reasonable extent, I will have to hold Decal. This is probably the case. Okay, let's make a void play of this one. Containment should be a good coup. Last IR coup card. Middle is the only remaining scoring. Okay. I'm quite glad about it. But now I'm not sure whether I should have played containment here or not. I think it was worth coupping much more than taking South Korea immediately. I have Milops now, And if he counters, decal becomes a superb headline, given that defectors are gone. And I have to say, this was a very unusual turn. Okay. Well, I think Vietnam revolts is now much better than decal. Naughty, naughty boy, but this couldn't really be helped. Okay, and the goal is the least usable event right now. Emptying was very good. Now, of course, decal is worth playing, but taking South Korea has higher priority. Unless, of course, my opponent does it first. Which he did. So, I don't need access to Algeria. Now, however, I have multiple places to make use of the Vietnam Revolt's boost. I'm gonna UN intervene Marshall Plan and hold the China card. Which means I'm playing the hand until the end. Warsaw Pact. Okay. Now that was a nice play, aiming to take Iraq. But I think I'll super boost Middle East. Do I need it to such an extent? No, I'm playing the entire hand anyway. I don't really need boosted Thailand right now. And I'm gonna need a 4-up card in the Middle East, I feel somehow. Maybe elsewhere. But I have to take Iran this turn. I should boost France. I should take at least one non-battleground in Europe. And I should probably take Zaire in case of CIA. Now let's secure a little domination in Middle East. I'm calling it a little domination because it's quite easy to break. Okay. He's advancing in space race. Maybe I should have invented it in case he got it. But I don't think I should actively fight for space in this game. It went like it went so far. So let's go to the conservative approach. Space race as a way of discarding unwanted cards rather than the modern Chinese approach of treating space race as an extra scoring card. Okay. He knows about Comic-Con, NATO, Red Scare and Distal in my hand. I like Duck and Cover because given that he broke Thailand, I'm gonna just play it into Thailand. Of course, it costs me another points. NATO is gonna be activated, but UK is gonna be costly for him. Okay, so I'm not playing Duck and Cover, I suppose. Oh, I am playing Duck and Cover. Was it wise to use the third IP like this? Yeah, Thailand should be overprotected anyway. So now I'm going to play NORAD and NATO. In general, I'm going to play his cards quite late. So probably Distal comes quite soon. Where should I Distal from? That's the question. I don't want UK to be cheaper, given that I probably want to play NATO. Okay, but now that CIA is gone, I'm gonna risk the China card into India and Pakistan. Risk because Indo-Pakistani war. But oh well, he has 1/6 that it's gonna actually make Asia even. Plus now Formosan resolution is a free play. Relatively free. I'd say Mr. Big Spender. Now the question arises, should I distal into Venezuela with 2 ops? Brazil and Argentina? Yeah, I guess so. 1, 2, 3. Where the 4th op should come from? That's the question. Not an easy one. I think Vietnam it is, but I'm not really sure. I observed that this extra over control in Vietnam is more useful then it appears. Oh, I didn't want this effect. Now South America obviously needs boosting before turn 4 and the potential Voice of America comes. This Colombia was a nice play because going back and forth in one stabs reduces the advantage I gain from Red Scare. Plus, it may indicate that he has Arab-Israeli war and he wants to provoke me to coup, non-battleground, and just see the ops given. Mr. Big Spender, I want to say, because he had played the third 4-up card, and despite the purge, he doesn't seem to be very poor. I think I am playing NATO. For once, because it gives me 4 ops. The second reason being UK is more costly for him to repair than Canada. Oh no, I'm not playing the entire hand. Okay then, this is the coup time, and I think Colombia, because I somehow feel South America is more important than Central America. But of course I might be wrong. Nasser, yeah, I knew he had it. I didn't know he was going to roll a 6 with it. And I got the wrong scoring. All right then. Let's go with captured Nazis. Followed with, I guess, NATO couing Panama. Two scorings with such a hand is a lot. Bertrop. Okay. Success on first attempt. It may cost me a battleground and a coup. If it's Zaire, I can take Angola and Botswana, Brazil, and fortunately enough, it wasn't too costly. Of course, I should take Brazil immediately to prevent some nasty realignments in Venezuela. Also, to decrease the chance of brush war. I know he may brush war Argentina as well, but losing Venezuela would be more hurtful? Well, would be or wouldn't be. I have Panama Canal returned, and this could change stuff a little. And now, what am I doing in Asia? Nothing. I simply cannot prevent losing Korea. Am I feeling lucky with realignments in South Africa? I might, but even if I turn out lucky, it doesn't give me too much. And I need to dump it because I need to have some breath in order to fight for Central America. Of course, his advantage is great and can't be denied. But maybe I can avoid giving him as much as 5 points. And of course, I want to get rid of kitchen debates without it being triggered. I want to hold NATO. Cuba. Yeah, he read it well. Maybe I should have played it differently. Because now what? Am I able to stop him? Probably not. Okay, let's bite the bullet. So South America, Southeast Asia, Middle East, Asia, Europe are waiting. Europe looks close to be dominated, so is South America. So I think I can... I really don't want to provoke him. And I probably need to coup once more. So let's coup in Colombia and hope to grab a non-battleground this way. And it went well. Of course, he's gonna re-coup, and probably with success. Because, well, it's only a one stab, and I don't really have much there. Then, however, I can take Uruguay and put one into Chile, securing non-battleground, securing access to Argentina, making Allende immediately control South America. Okay. It is quite wise, actually, to UN intervene Romanian abdication because of Europe, but this may backfire on him. All right. He tricked me in Asia. I now should count on Quagmire, maybe, to break South Korea. Okay, naughty boy. Naughty. So what? Willy Brandt looks good, because it may be followed up with an immediate Europe scoring with a domination. Ukraine says to Soviets. That's now that's very funny. I mean, I'm very curious what I would do if I were in his shoes. I think he has more than one 4-up card, not only Red Scare, as it's vulnerable to Missile Envy. Wow. Okay, in this case, I really want you to give me your best. This hand would be a total crap under Red Scare. Oh, so Red Scare goes against him. Angola? All right. I might be showing him more than I should with this move, but I really want to dominate at least Europe or Asia. Okay. I'm not dominating Europe or Asia. ABM, he didn't want to give me ABM. He didn't want to realign France again. He knows about Asia scoring in my hand. And Voice of America could cripple it a little, so let's dump Asia first. Europe second. Whatever he coups in Africa, I'd like to counter it. Okay, I won't be countering this one for obvious reasons. Well, actually, let's go this way. This offers better odds. I still need to take care of Milops, but I'm holding 2 cards. So I think defectors go for Milops and an 8th point for him, which I don't like. Okay, Southeast Asia scoring gave me 5. Let's play this before he does any more damage. Okay, so now that it's gonna be the last action round, nuclear subs is the choice. Damn it. Fortunately for me, he doesn't roll well. But man, what cards does he have? It's a really rich hand. Don't forget it was Red Scare what he gave here. This was nice. This was tremendously good. Only the fact that it was paired saved me from a huge damage. Okay, Milop scrapped. South America dominated, so under purge he's probably not going to take advantage of nuclear subs because because he has the scoring card. Okay, so what's left? South America only. Liberation Theology. This looks nice. This doesn't look nice, but oh well, I had to suffer the Voice of America sooner or later. Now this is tricky. I could play Alliance for Progress, leaving him a coup, but even with a successful coup, I gain domination in South America. And I always have Costa Rica to gain my Milops. Now, as of my events, this is quite a blue hand. Don't trust him, don't trust him. He may be tricking. Okay, if I put 3 ops in Venezuela, I must use the card I wouldn't like to use. Either Usuri or Kennedy. One of them is a card I want to space, the other one is a card I would like to hold. So, let's try our luck this way. I want to deny him access here, but this time I had bad luck. Okay, so I'm probably not going to grab maximum from South America. Now I have 7, but he can quite easily reduce it to 4. However, most of the other regions look very, very good. And by the way, his Voice of America was very directly played into South America, while he could grab my influence from Egypt, grabbing my access to Libya. Speaking of which, I should probably put one into Libya when given time. Because I don't want to have this access cut off with Sadat. I'm playing this way somewhat provocative. I want him to score South America as soon as possible, if he has it, because if he does it, I would feel free to play Kennedy. There's 17 cards here. I'm certainly not allowing him to trigger this one. And there's 17 cards. So we are going to have no reshuffle. I think it goes rather against my will. I think I would like to have a reshuffle. But I don't believe I could force it in any way. Okay, now I can no longer fight for domination in South America. I can give him Usuri. He can use the China card once more like he did. Then he's left with more cards to play for Kennedy. But then there is going to be a reshuffle, perhaps. And even if he discards South America scoring, it is worth a reshuffle, especially that I temporarily lost the ability to win domination in South America. And I still don't have Millops. And he didn't discard anything at all. It's hard to believe that he has South America in this case. And yes, I'm not going to get meal-ups, or am I? I'm giving up meal-ups. So long gunman is not in his hand. South America scoring is not in his hand. Or he has long gunman. He has it now. South America scoring. This is a good card. Yeah, colonial rare cards. But now I got the scoring. I got Cultural Revolution and Arms Race. So first of all, boom. And yes, the rest of my hand is certainly not what I would like to see. But hey, I don't think it's worth taking Chile at all costs. Yeah, long gunman. Fidel, OPEC, we will bury you, our men in Tehran, puppet governments. Could be funny to cool Lebanon. But I will coup Zaire. I'm expecting a counter coup. Okay. A case of double miss in couing the same one stability is something extremely unusual. So now DEFCON is at 2. And he used our man in Tehran to coup. Interesting. Let's uncache this one. Fiddle into space race. Alright, because you have 2 space race attempts, my friend. Okay, then. What did you have here? OPEC, we will bury you, Camp David Accords, Allende, and puppet governments. Puppets for influence. I know, I freed your Allende now. But hey, you have OPEC and you have We Will Bury You, and you are not going to have the China card. On the other hand, you have far too many profits from space race. I don't like it. Yep. Now he could even play OPEC. Break Libya, put in Jordan, excuse me, OPEC is worth 2, and Middle East is broken even. But now, with no reshuffle, we have no scorings left. Okay, defectors are here. Let's go with the reformer. I don't like that he sees my hand while it is so annoyingly vulnerable. Give me Ortega. If he terrorizes me, I have a DEFCON problem. But I hope he doesn't. Okay, let's get rid of the problematic card first. I think I should event Glasnost. But should I do it now or later on? Not so easy to say. Definitely not so easy to say. Okay, let's use it now. I'm always curious when the reformer is gone from here. It looks like the engine treats the reformer as its effect is no longer valid because it boosted glasnost and glasnost has already been played. But one of the most frequently forgotten effects of cards, I mean even the champions don't know about this effect, is that reformer forbids USSR performing any further coups in Europe. Just look at it. USSR may no longer conduct coup attempts in Europe. Most people don't know it, but it sometimes gets into play, and I think that the shadow of Gorbachev's head should be visible right here in the Russian corner, Soviet corner, sorry, just for this reason. Now I know I gave him coup opportunity, possibly control of Central America. I have too many problematic cards to deal with. More coming. The map looks quite good actually, and I don't want to waste it with some DEFCONs. So I think I will push a little. But if I don't want to risk it on DEFCONs, well, obviously I'm holding Tear Down This Wall, but I should also be holding the China card. Anyway, grain sales may return, and Soviets shoot down coal may also return. Yeah. Okay, I think I can no longer stop Sabbath from being played. The good news is OAS may do no harm in South America. Are you discarding OPEC? No, you're not. Okay, you won't see this very often. I have 26 influence points in Brazil. This is extraordinary to say the least. All right. Iran-Iraqi war. What's the good target of it? Where don't I like what stuff is like? Central America, but it's hard to do anything on this. Okay, let's go here. No point in playing the war, actually, I think. Realigning Algeria is a very concrete threat. Now let's focus because my opponent tends to be extremely careful in tight endgames, and this is going to be a tight endgame. Because the map is tight, the score is tight, And there was no reshuffle. Okay, that was expected. That gives me my Milops. Mexico? No. Well, actually, yes, it was Mexico. And I'm very sad to announce that I will be playing North Sea Oil soon. Probably just to see my opponent play OPEC for free. Or I will take a giant risk of... Gave me decal. Okay. One here. One here. One here. And one here, I think. Was this all worth a free OPEC? We're getting 11 cards, so the scorings are going to return. But now I am in a good position of realigning. Come on. That's much better. And that's much better. Okay, this OPEC now it hurts psychologically more than in real. Because, I mean, it's a spaceable card. Activated NORAD. Okay, NORAD. It may be painful, but not to an extreme extent. Okay, equalized Europe, equalized Asia. Oh. Oh. And he has terrorism. With which, if he hits me, I have to play the entire hand. So I think I'm gonna play Junta. But I am not going to coup any battleground. I'm just going to play Soviet shutdown call and put influence in South Korea before actually triggering the event. I'm giving up 2 VPs, but that's all I give up. I'm still able to space tear down this wall. Even now I am able to space tear down this wall. So, cooling here. And Soviets shoot down coal. 1, 2. And of course you have NORAD. But I got rid of one nasty card at least. Now I have to take care of the map as well, because Europe is quite volatile and I must consider it may turn blue. Africa should eventually be mine. Okay, this was quite soft, I would say. I don't think I will make use of Iran-Contra scandal as an event. I'm gonna play mine cards first, because if he wants to hit me with terrorism, well, but I will make an exception for this one. If he wants to grab Europe, he has to invest more. I'm not going to give up European domination. Actually, in this case, maybe I'm holding the Iron Lady because I like the idea of, okay, Chernobyl is not the worst he could draw from my hand. I like the idea of being able to play socialist governments for an event. Now that he terrorized me, I feel it's time to space tear down this wall. Okay, this is what Che was waiting for. 1 and 2. Iran-Contra scandal. It would be nice to make some... The second occurrence of war games. Okay, this is an ideal coup target now. And Marine barracks bombing looks like the ideal AR-7, especially that he plays as if he had Middle East scoring, although of course it's very possible that he doesn't. So, the deciding turn. And what it all looks like. He has China. I'm leading by 2 victory points. Europe is at +1 in my side. Middle East is giant in my side, but won't stay long in this state. No longer. Middle East is +1 for me. Asia is +1 for him. I dominate Africa. I control South America. He controls Central America. If either America comes, and this may be a game changer. And I get yet another Defcon Suicide card, namely Star Wars. But maybe I'm not forced to play it. If I am, I'm lost. Oh well. However, let's start from something else. So let's start with something else, I guess I should have said. Brush war and a coup. I think Panama needs some interest from me. Okay, Star Wars is spaceable. Brush war targets. There aren't many. Really. In this case, maybe I should coup Angola? Or coup Nigeria with kitchen debates. But then he gets his damned NORAD. Not easy, not easy. Okay, let's hit Nigeria. Because Zaire looks realignable. Sorry, Algeria looks realignable. Brush war for the rescue somewhere. I really should do what's in my power to score domination in Africa. Yeah. So I have 50-50 with brush war. That it successfully hit Zaire. But I have no... Fuck. I have nowhere else to have more than 50-50. Alright, so much about my arms race. So in brush war I trust. I mean, I'm not gaining from arms race anyway. But this is a 50-50 game changer actually. Because the map equalized a lot. 7, 8. It's 0, 0, 1. Whew. He got South America scoring. What a relief. I mean, I was leading by 1 point, the map was at 0, and I had the scoring with +1 to him, and he had the China card. Ouch, I failed with the brush war. So AWACS, just 1 point. Just securing Europe, okay. Now, what is this map? Yeah, the map is completely even. So he has +1 for the China card. I get +1 for the China card. Now, if he has the Voice of America, I don't think I can do much about it. On one side it's funny, on the other hand it's very annoying. Okay, now I can no longer stop him from dominating Middle East. I can only temporarily block it by taking Israel. Okay, if he takes Saudi Arabia, he has +4 in Middle East. What does it change? Compared to the previous 0 on the map, it gives him +4. I have the China card. Without Saudi Arabia, it's +3. So what am I able to do with this one? If he has Middle East scoring, it's +3. If I break here, this makes a difference of 3, because control minus domination is 2 and battleground is a 1. If I break here, it makes a difference of 5. I can only break one place. In Africa, breaking makes no difference. South America, no difference. Europe, also 5. But maybe grabbed with East European and rest more easy. Yeah, let's go here. And whatever. And here we go. I always get to final scoring with this opponent, or maybe I'm forgetting something. And it's always very tight. It is going to be tight right now as well. Because I have plus, now statically, it's 1, 5, 2, 1, +8 -7, it's 2, it's 3 for the China card, +8, it's 11. It seems a lot. But for example, the Voice of America could, what could it do? Actually, not that much. It doesn't touch Europe. In Central America, it's pointless. South America is too heavily boosted. In Africa, it couldn't even give him domination because he doesn't have any non-battlegrounds. In Middle East, it could grab me 2 countries, still preserving, well, 3, giving him Saudi Arabia, but still preserving presence. In Asia, yeah, he could dominate Asia with it. And that's the absolutely worst he could do. No, he can't even dominate Asia, because the number of can he? Of course, 1, 2. He can. And he did his best. And I won by 1 victory point. What a game it was! What a game it was, but I tell you what, it's my 4th victory in ITSL. I am at a perfect score, 4-0-0, and 3 of them were against quite strong opponents. Serhei Isaenka now, and before it was Aran Warszawski and the current Polish champion Bartosz Wróbel. And all of these games, 3 games, ended up in the final scoring with a difference less than 10 victory points. So do have a look into all these games. You won't regret it, I think. Thank you for watching and see you next time.